What's going on, guys? How we all doing today? It's Corey here, back again for Mr. Specialist, and today we have for you guys a 100-3 ground war domination gameplay on the map Drone. And obviously you don't see too many gameplays on Drone, and especially not knife only. For the most part, this map is pretty wide open, and of course there are a lot of places to snipe and pick people off long range. So to get a gameplay like this, knife only, on a map like this, I thought it was pretty unique and special, and hopefully you guys will too. Now the kill streaks that you're going to see in this gameplay are the VSAT, Lodestar, and Warthog. And you might think that the Lodestar isn't really all that great on this map, considering that there are a ton of big trees in the C-spawn. But actually, the Lodestar missiles are not blocked by the trees on this map the way they are, especially on Raid. Obviously, Raid can be pretty ridiculous. We all know that there are all sorts of trees on that map that just completely block the missiles, almost like a trophy system. In the A spawn on Raid, there's a few palm trees and then another tree that's right next to a building that obviously just completely prevent you from killing the enemies as they run to cover. And then of course the tree right in the middle of the map makes it almost impossible to get to anyone who's standing in the middle. So, you know, that makes it quite ineffective on Raid at times, but that's not the way that it is on this map. Yes, there are a ton of big trees, but something in the game design, I don't know if it's maybe because the branches are thinner or whatever, but something in the game design makes it so that the missiles actually do go through the trees, for the most part on this map. So the Lodestar is very effective on Drone. I've experienced this myself. In fact, Drone is where I got my first 100+ using the Lodestar, so obviously that helped out Reacquire for the win, who is the player in this gameplay. And guys, obviously we want you all to go over to Reacquire's channel and check him out, but even if you don't subscribe, at least leave a comment or a like, because obviously when there's players like this providing gameplay like this for you guys to watch, they definitely deserve a thanks and definitely deserve some help and support from all of us in the AGS community. Alright guys, so now before I move on to a regular commentary topic, I'd actually like to talk about the Warthog for a second, because obviously, as we all know, a lot of people like to make jokes about it, call it the fart hog, and say that it does nothing or whatever, and obviously, there are those times when the Warthog really does hardly anything. But I gotta tell you guys, it's all about picking the right map to use it on. A map like this, Drone, or Yemen, and especially Turbine, any wide open maps are great for this score streak. And really, if you use it on a map like Plaza, even if you think it might be effective because people have to run out for a second or two before they get to cover, there are just these certain aspects to certain maps that don't allow for this score streak to succeed. So you really have to pick and choose what map you use it on if you want it to do well, and then when it reaches its full potential, you'll see it get quad feeds at times. I know that it did at least once or twice throughout this gameplay. Okay, so now we'll move on to discussing a bit of a different commentary topic. Today, I want to talk about everyone's approach to Call of Duty, and I want to hear what your guys' approach is, because really, I've developed one for myself that seems to be working out quite well, and I've seen that a lot of other people are struggling in this aspect. Let me explain. So there are a lot of people on YouTube who play Call of Duty just for the purpose of getting gameplays, and really for no other reason other than to get games to post for YouTube, and that's fine, because I know that for a lot of people, the fun and entertainment value in the game is getting those really beast games like 150 to 200 kills. But what you have to realize about this is a lot of these beast players that we all know and love that get like 200 kill games also get extremely frustrated with the game. And there's nothing wrong with that, because obviously we all do, and there are times when certain things will happen, certain bullcrap will come your way, and you just can't prevent yourself from being upset about it because it's just the nature of the beast. But at times, I've seen people go way past the point that I could have ever imagined myself going. I myself, in Modern Warfare 3, went for some certain gameplays that became very frustrating to go for. And I understand what it's like trying to get a gameplay, coming so close, and falling just short, or having something ridiculous happen that prevents me from getting it. Because obviously that can be really ridiculous at times, especially if it's a guy sitting in a corner, or if I freeze and I can't move and I get killed while I'm lagging. Obviously stuff like this, there's just no way not to be frustrated about it. But what I'm trying to get at here is, what do you guys think about how some people just keep on playing the game non-stop even when they're extremely frustrated? Because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because I find it actually something to admire, because when a guy can, you know, just keep on trucking through the rough times and make sure that, you know, he eventually reaches his goal, that's a certain sense of determination and willingness to get to where he wants to be. But at the same time, what I'm trying to really ask you guys is, do you think it's worth it? So if you were someone who had, say, 5,000 subs or so, and you were trying to continue to grow your channel with beast gameplays, would you rather play Call of Duty, enjoy it some of the time, and then hate it, you know, another good portion of the time? Or would you rather just, you know, not really get the best gameplays out there, but play for fun? And really, this is something that I've been torn between at times, because, you know, no matter what, no matter how frustrated you get with the game, there are going to be those times that are extremely fun for you. And, you know, you can have these just amazing moments when you keep on trying to do the best that you possibly can. But what I've noticed is that playing the game more casually has allowed me to enjoy the process of getting gameplays a lot more, even though they aren't quite as good as what they could be. However, recently I have gotten 150, 160 kill games, and I'm improving. I'm getting my scores up there. I should be able to get a 200 plus hopefully at some point in the future, but basically I just don't know if I should really take that next step and just try solely for gameplays. And when I say try solely for gameplays, I don't mean that would be a non-stop thing for me. I just mean I haven't even had a session in Black Ops 2 where I've said, okay, let's go get a gameplay. If it happens, it happens. For the most part, I don't even use high kill streaks unless I'm in a noob lobby. So put yourself in the position of some of the best players out there and think to yourself, is it worth it to go for these crazy gameplays, or does Call of Duty just have too much nonsense to put up with? Leave your response to that question in the comments down below, and that's about it for this video, so I'll see you guys later on. Goodbye.